everyone. There were so many devotees in the group, right? Only 9 have joined. 8 have joined. How come? There are so many devotees in the group. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone. So before starting, are there anyone who joined our level 1, level 2, then level 3, any of these levels? ISKCON Mangalore, all these levels. Anybody has joined? You can raise your hand. Okay, Shreya Mataji. Okay, Balaji Prabhu, Rajalakshmi Mataji. Okay. Okay, so you all have already know how our courses are going on and how the classes were. Okay, Shweta Mataji also. Okay, so already you have have been trained how to go through all these courses, online courses. And for those who are new, you will be involved in these courses, and you will understand how our courses are going on. So okay, you can all see the PPTs. May I just confirm?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. So yes. So ISKCON Shri Shri Radha Govinda Temple is bringing to you the Bhakti Shastri course. So as a rule, it's better to on your video one-on-one interaction, because Bhakti Shastri course is the interactive course. It's not like only the teacher speaks and the students don't speak like that. No, it's an interactive section. Whatever I don't know, I'll be asking you, and it's kind of a discussion, moreover. Because we all know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it's the description of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu given in Bhagavatam. It says, Yajanti Sumedasa, all are intelligent. One who worships Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one who chants the Hare Krishna, they are already intelligent. So we need not spoon feed or make you intelligent. You are already intelligent. So it's kind of interactive session where we are going to discuss about other books. Bhagavad Gita, Ishopanishad, Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion. So these 4 books comprises Bhakti Shastri, and the course is given by Shri Shri Radha Govinda Temple, and we all know it's a free course, but we should be serious in studies and always with Srila Prabhupada, because without his mercy we are unable to do anything, right? So it's a pure mercy of Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj, that they brought this concept of Bhakti Shastri, and here we are all reading Prabhupada's book. So this Bhakti Shastri course is a very important course, and all of you have come to get the Bhakti Shastri, and Prabhupada says we should read his books thoroughly, and more than reading his books, there is a need of study of Prabhupada's book. Can anybody tell me what is the difference between reading Prabhupada's book and studying Prabhupada's book? What is the difference? You can raise your hand, you can put in the chat box. As I said, it's interactive session. So I'll be asking you, you'll be answering. And if in case any doubt in the middle of the class itself, you can raise your hand and I can unmute you. So what is the difference between reading Prabhupada's book and studying Prabhupada's book? Yes, Shreya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, when we read something, we look for the information, like we gather information, but when we study, we try to implement and know in deep the subject.
Okay. Rajalakshmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, reading is just like for the sake of reading something, you read so many other books also. When you're studying something, it's to follow the scriptures or to understand in a deeper level. And like how Shreya Mataji says, to implement that. Moreover, to follow it, Mataji, to follow it and on a regular basis, see how it can be used. So
Okay.
Studying, Mataji.
Reading means, madam, it is just glancing, just as it be newspaper or something like that. Study means you have to thoroughly, deep study, deep reading is,
Okay.
I think, studying.
Yes. Okay, Balaji Prabhu.
Mataji, just to add one word, like I have been hearing this, they say when you actually study, it has to be a analytical study. So you also analyze that and absorb it also. And then, as this Mataji said, we have to think about it and then try to implement it in our life.
Yes. Yes. Who is this iPhone? You can another thing, when you join the class, better to rename it to your original name, because it's very easy for us to identify you. You know, in because Bhakti Shastri course is told 2 years, but if we speeden this process, and because it's weekly once, so it will take around at least 1.5 years. So to have that group discussion, and I'll tell you that in the end of the course you will all be good friends, good nice friends, you know, nice devotee community, and you will all enjoy this Bhakti Shastri. So don't think that oh, Bhakti Shastri is so difficult or so long course. No, you will like it and you will love it, the course and the association here. So better to rename yourself in your original name, and if there are somebody who have got initiated, please keep your initiated names. That's very nice. And even in the attendance form, it's better to fill out your name, and the same names, same spellings should be there till the end of your course. Okay, no changes or no nothing here and there in your spellings and everything. It should be perfect, because in the end, whatever you have filled in the attendance form, whatever name, that will be the name in your certificate. Okay, that's why. Yes. So, as you all told, studying and reading, there's a lot of difference. Yes. Studying is just like, analytical. So, here, Bhakti Shastri, we see that studying Prabhupada's book means there are three types of applications, or three types of different moods of understanding Prabhupada's book. One is in your personal application. You know, you personally feel what changes have happened and what changes you can get by reading Prabhupada's book. Personal application. Then there is preaching application, when you are surrounding and you're preaching. And Bhakti Shastri, especially for preachers, not just I get Bhakti Shastri certificate, I'm Bhakti Shastri just dash dash dash, but I keep my Bhakti Shastri certificate in a cupboard and lock it forever. No, not that. You should use your Bhakti Shastri, and it is said that Bhakti Shastri certificate is for preachers who are already preaching. You should be preaching to somebody, not like a big class or big program. You should preach, like you go to college, you go to office. You should start giving them some preaching, you know, in the way. So for those preachers, this Bhakti Shastri is very easy. You can understand every aspect of this Bhakti Shastri class. Like, it's so easy for you. And it's said that when you are in the course of Bhakti Shastri itself, you should preach somebody. Okay, so start try preaching others. Some are already teachers here. They're already taking some classes. So and all of this should be used in preaching. Bhakti Shastri is especially for preachers. Not just keeping in one side. Okay, I have Bhakti Shastri certificate. No. And this Bhakti Shastri certificate is issued by Mayapur Institute. It's not our temple is issuing or some other. It's from Mayapur Institute. So you should know the value of that certificate. It's not just some level 1 course or level 2 course. It's a proper course, proper systematic course with everything perfect, and your assessment, assignment, everything will be checked. And you will know so much in detail about Bhagavad Gita and Prabhupada, Prabhupada's mood and mission while writing Bhagavad Gita. So, there is a more need of preachers, right? Prabhupada himself tells, right? I just don't want to be like one of that. I want many gurus. Prabhupada himself tells it. And even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells. What does Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tell? about preaching? What does it tell about preaching? Who is the first preacher in our moment after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Who is the first preacher? Today I was hearing a class in the morning where Prabhuji Atul Krishna Prabhu told about who is the first preacher who went out and preached. Yes. Anybody? From Chaitanya Charitamrita, who is it? It's Nityanand Prabhu. Okay? Nityanand Prabhu, Haridas Thakur, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives them instruction, go out, preach. And Prabhupada gives us a systematic course how to preach. Prabhupada himself was implementing, go out, go on distributing my books, go on preaching. Prabhupada himself was telling. And even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells. Where does he tell? What does he tell? About preaching, about Krishna consciousness. To preach Krishna consciousness, should somebody be like PhD holder or something? What he should have, what he should at least have to preach Krishna consciousness. Yes, unmute yourself. You can unmute and answer.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
We should, despite of being a Shudra or a Vaishya or anything, those who know about the Tattva of Krishna, they can be preachers or guru.
Okay. Yes. Krishna Tattva Veti. So Krishna Tattva, science of Krishna, one who knows, he can preach. You need not be like PhD holder or education, big or big person, famous person. No need. If you know Krishna, if you know Krishna consciousness, even the basics of Krishna consciousness, you can preach. Right? Prabhupada preached one person in Russia, and he went out and he preached. And today we see which is the largest country which has Krishna consciousness or spread all over Krishna consciousness other than India. It is Russia. And that started, everything started by one person. He just heard Prabhupada for 2 days, I guess. Only 2 days he heard. When he was in some university in America, he just heard for 2 days. And then he went and he wrote Bhagavad Gita. He translated Bhagavad Gita into Russian language. And then he preached, and today we see so many devotees from Russia are coming. If you go to Vrindavan, Mayapur, you see hundreds and thousands of hundreds of Russian devotees there. One whole community is there. And how it is possible? Because they were very learned or something like that, scientists or big doctors or something. No, they just know the basics of Krishna consciousness, and that's what Prabhupada has given in all his purpose in Bhagavad Gita. That's what Prabhupada says, read Bhagavad Gita carefully, and he himself tells his disciples when he was there, he himself told so many letters. If you see in Google, if you search Prabhupada on Bhakti Shastri, you can see so many letters where Prabhupada is writing for his disciples to take up the Bhakti Shastri course. He's personally telling them, you read my book, my Bhagavad Gita thoroughly, and you will be entitled as Bhakti Shastri after giving an examination in Mayapur. Prabhupada tells that. And as we know, not all of us can go to Mayapur or Vrindavan, VIHE, MIHE, and personally sit there offline. Even online, it costs more. And you can't personally sit there and study for 1 year. Nobody has that, because everybody has, there is studies, there is office, there's family. Not everybody can just go and study. So therefore, online course we have started, and we should take the advantage of it. Online free course, I can come whenever I want, I can quit. No, you should be sincere to Srila Prabhupada that, Prabhupada, I'm going to study your book thoroughly, and Bhakti Shastri is not that I'm going to teach each and everything. No, you should just 10% is my work, to come here weekly and give you some points of Bhagavad Gita and make you understand. But 90% is your own activities. Okay, own activities in the sense you should read Prabhupada's book daily. Daily you should read Prabhupada's book, at least half an hour. Okay, every day. and there'll be reading assessment, in the sense reading assignments, like you should read Prabhupada's book and come to the class within this 1 week. And for that, we'll help you in many ways, because not everybody can sit and read. So because of that, we will create some groups, study groups, where you can sit in a group and study with other devotees and take help of them, and you can pass this course. So Srila Prabhupada dedicated so much for Bhagavad Gita, right? If you see Prabhupada, how many times did Prabhupada write Bhagavad Gita? Before Bhagavad Gita as it is, did he write any Bhagavad Gita before that?
Yes, Mataji, when he was a family man, Grihastha, he wrote the manuscript, but that got stolen. So he wrote it
Stolen?
again.
Or what happened? What happened to that manuscript of Bhagavad Gita? You can unmute. You can unmute.
His wife had burnt it for a tea.
Yes, tea biscuits. So Prabhupada wrote manuscript. Just imagine to write. Anybody has written here a book? Anybody has written? It takes so much time to write a book. Leave book. When we give online open book assessment, it's an essay type assessment. Many of them can't even write 2-3 pages. And Prabhupada wrote the whole Bhagavad Gita. You know, he wrote the whole Bhagavad Gita manuscript in handwritten. And then what happened? When he was not there, his wife sold it for getting money to buy tea biscuits. So if somebody else was there, if I was there, I would have never written it again, because I'm fed up. I've written so much and it went waste. But Prabhupada didn't do like that, right? Prabhupada wrote everything again. You can't imagine his struggle for preaching Krishna consciousness. Was he doing for some money or business? He went out for America. Everybody of us want to go to America, right? I have that wish deep inside. I want to go to a big city. For what? Sense gratification, for money, for business, for a job. But Prabhupada didn't go for any of that. He just went out of compassion for everyone and gave Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam to everyone, right? So much he did for all of us. And what we can dedicate, at least read his books thoroughly and preach it. Yare dekho tare kaho Krishna upadesh. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, by my order, Amara Agnya hoy. By my order, by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's order, become a guru. In the sense, start preaching. Yahi Tara Desh. That means he's not telling go to America, not like Prabhupada. Everybody can't leave the home and go out and preach. No, sitting at the home, sitting at your comfort, like your environment, you can preach. Yahi Tara Desh. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not telling to go to other country or other place or other region. He's telling whichever region you are in, try to preach Krishna consciousness there. And to preach, to distribute. Prabhupada says, go on distributing books. But without reading the books, can you distribute? So somebody was like, Prabhupada, I'm not able to distribute books. Prabhupada is like, first read the book, then you distribute. Now tomorrow somebody will come to you, what is there in the book? And you're like, I don't know about this book, but you take it. No, nobody will accept that, right? First, you should know about that book. Then you go out, you preach about that book to others, right? So first read it, first learn Bhagavad Gita by yourself. And another question, what is the proof that this Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita as it is the same Bhagavad Gita which Krishna preached to Arjuna, Krishna told to Arjuna? What is the proof? What is the proof? I want others also to unmute and answer. I want all of you to unmute and answer. Yes. What is the proof that this Bhagavad Gita as it is, Bhagavad Gita Yatharup, is the same Bhagavad Gita which Krishna told to Arjuna? What is the proof?
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, because this book has come down from the disciplic succession, in the sense like whatever was told then, same word by word Prabhupada has captured, and he's written it as it is. So that's why we call it as the Bhagavad Gita as it is, Mataji.
Okay. Okay, that's there. But I want some practical solutions. This is all theory. Anybody can just cut, paste, or change it. What is a practical view that this Bhagavad Gita as it is the same Bhagavad Gita which Krishna told to Arjuna? How many of you read Bhagavad Gita? Raise your hands. How many of you have read Bhagavad Gita as it is, written by Prabhupada? What about others? Okay. Shweta Mataji, okay. At least you have read partially, at least. How many of you have read? Okay. What about others? Have you at least read Bhagavad Gita as it is? You should read. Okay. Yes. How many of you are chanting 16 rounds here? You can lower your hands. Others. How many of you are chanting 16 rounds daily? What about Bindu Mataji, Dattatreya Prabhu, Konraj Prabhu, Jayata Mataji, Shraddha Mataji? Are you chanting 16 rounds?
No, 5 rounds. Just
5
started,
rounds,
5 rounds.
how did you come into Bhakti Shastri then?
Kannada,
Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna Mataji, I'm chanting 16 rounds daily. Jayata.
Okay, okay. What about Ponraj Prabhu? You're chanting 16 rounds?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. What about Dattatreya Prabhu? Okay, you just told. Shraddha Mataji? Hare Krishna, I want you all to unmute. Unmute and speak. Bhakti Shastri, you need to unmute.
There is
Yes.
no consistency, Mataji.
Okay, Bindu Mataji. Hare Krishna. Okay, at least try chanting 16 rounds from today. Those who are not chanting. Actually, Bhakti Shastra is not for those who are not chanting 16 rounds. And to be honest, I don't know. Okay, you are chanting 16 rounds. Okay, Mataji. Okay, at least write in the chat why you're not chanting 16 rounds. But all those who are not chanting 16 rounds, please start chanting. There's no other way. You are coming to Bhakti Shastri, chant 16 rounds. Okay? Yes. Okay, you can all lower your hands. Okay, so okay, yes. So Bhagavad Gita as it is, you should read. And why Bhagavad Gita as it is? What does Prabhupada tell in his okay, what does Prabhupada tell in his preface and introduction portion, right? What is the proof that Bhagavad Gita as it is the same Bhagavad Gita which Prabhupada translated, is the same that Krishna told to Arjuna? What is the proof? Yes, Shreya Mataji.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Mataji,
Krishna.
in introduction, Prabhupada lists all the names of the disciplic succession. And other proof is, after reading Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita, many people have turned as devotees.
Yes, yes. How many? See, before Prabhupada wrote Bhagavad Gita as it is, you think there was no other Bhagavad Gita? There were, right? And it is told that 200 plus copies were there before Prabhupada wrote Bhagavad Gita. Already 200 plus copies were there in the market. You know, you might recollect some famous Bhagavad Gita printing presses and all, right? There were so many. But how many of them really became devotees after reading Bhagavad Gita? Hardly one or two, not even one or two, right? But when Prabhupada wrote Bhagavad Gita as it is and it exploded, everybody, whoever read Prabhupada's book, this just surrendered, right? How many of us have seen Krishna and Arjuna speaking that? But just by reading Prabhupada's book, just by reading Bhagavad Gita as it is, how did we get this interest of understanding Bhagavad Gita? How did you even come to Bhakti Shastri, right? So it's a miracle that Prabhupada has done. to all of us, right? So it's not possible by any ordinary or material books, right? See, when a material book comes, like some friction stories or something like that comes, there is through 2, 3, 4 versions, and when the author is dead, when the author is dead, what happens to that book? Anybody reads after like 500 years that same book is there? What happens to that book?
Nobody reads, Mataji.
Nobody reads, or it's forgotten, that book. But what about spiritual books, right? Prabhupada has given, and it's not that before Prabhupada nobody wrote. There were so many, and we see Guru Parampara, 5,000 years of Guru Parampara. Before that, from Brahma, right? Krishna says it's Vivaswanam, Manuhave Pravaha. So Krishna says from the Vivasman, then Manu, then so many disciplic succession. Now again Arjuna, 5,000 years, and still we are reading Bhagavad Gita, and still by reading Bhagavad Gita, many have become Krishna conscious. Many have started becoming Krishna conscious, right? So that's the proof that Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita is as it is, because after reading after hearing Bhagavad Gita from Krishna, Arjuna said, whatever you tell, I'll do that, Krishna. And after reading Bhagavad Gita, many of them told to Prabhupada, I'm just surrendering to you, Prabhupada. I'm just surrendering to Krishna, right? So this is a proof. Not, yes, Guru Parampara is there, but this is also proof that many have become devotees, right? And Bhakti Shastri course, there is Shastri course, there is Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhava, Bhakti Vedanta, and Bhakti Sarvabhauma. Okay, there are. Please. Please take care of your mics. Okay, I'm just not muting everyone because it's not a small kids classes where I have to forcefully mute everyone. I've left everyone like you can unmute yourselves, but please be in a discipline that you mute yourself, and whenever necessary, then only you unmute. Okay, and I insist again to on your cameras in the whole class, not just when I ask that. Only that time you will on your cameras, other times you don't on. I want to know what you're doing, because in level 1, level 2, they hear even sleeping in the bed. I don't want that kind of hearers. I want sincerely sit down and understand each things. Okay, I want at least, okay, this introduction class, fine, it's fine if you don't on, but from next week I want everybody to be serious in your studies. Okay, and if you find any difficulty, you can come to me, come to our admins. You can tell what is your difficulty. We'll try to help you in every way. Okay, it's not that only in the class and then we'll forget. No, we are there every time. Whatever help needed, we're always there to help you out. Okay, yes. So there are Shastric studies from Mayapur Institute. We all know Bhakti Shastri, then Bhakti Vaibhav. Bhakti Vaibhav is nothing but the first six cantos of Bhagavatam, and then Bhakti Vedanta, next 6 cantos, total 12 cantos, then Bhakti Sarvabhaum, including Chaitanya Charitamrita. But now we are doing Bhakti Shastri, and Bhakti Shastri includes these 4 books: Bhagavad Gita, Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction, and Ishopanishad. So I hope everybody has a hard copy of Bhagavad Gita. Not much happy with the soft copies because you can't more read, and you can't, it's stressing to your eyes also when you have just a soft copy. I hope everybody has hard copy. Is there somebody who doesn't have a hard copy of Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavad Gita book in your home, at your home? Is there anybody who doesn't have? Please buy it who don't have, because I'm not much appreciating the soft copy. It's good in Veda base for reference, it's good, but for reading, it's always best is the hard copy. Okay, you can feel the book, you can read it, and I've seen many times people try to read in the soft copy, PDFs and Veda base and everything, but it's so stressful also to your eyes. So better is to go to the hard copy and study well in that hard copy itself. Okay, and you should have a small notebook to write down any important points you see in the class, because in the assessment, closed book assessment, open book assessment, we'll just come here in few more slides. So you should have a small book where you can write down some notes. Okay. It's not hearing class. Some are like, somebody asked me, many of them asked actually, can I just attend when that's why many of them might think, why did we shift the groups? Because in the group, some of them, they contacted us, they were like, can we just attend Bhakti Shastri, not give any exam or not give any? For that, we have YouTube page, you can go and listen to class. But for the participant in the class, you should be active and you should be ready to answer anything asked. And if you don't know, we are always there to help you in any ways, right? So we don't want that attendees. I'll just attend the class. I don't want to write exam or I don't want to do anything. I'll just sit and relax. No, everybody should work and everybody should write down. Okay. So that's why I need everybody to on their cameras. In the end of the class, at least I want to see all of your faces. Okay. So Bhagavad Gita, you might feel this is strict, but strictness is needed. It is that if in the school, in the college, if there is no teacher or there is no examination, none of the students will study. None of the students will study. So similarly, to study the Bhakti Shastri, you should, little strictness is needed. At the same time, devotee association is also needed. It's nice in the community we study together. Okay, so Bhakti Shastri course comprises of these four, and we'll come to the classroom norms. Anybody has any doubt still here? Anybody has any doubts? Okay, we'll continue. So classroom norms. Okay, we will behave entire wearing Vaishnava clothes. It's okay. It's online. That's fine. But should be present in the entire class. Not that attendance form is there, I'll fill my attendance form and disappear. No, we'll keep an eye on you. Some of us are there whom I'll be telling them to keep an eye on all of them, so that in the middle of the class, some of them will disappear, and in the end, when the attendance form is there, that's why I've told my admins that attendance form should be shared somewhere in the middle of the class, so that or else what happens in the end of the class, if you put attendance, or in the beginning, they'll just put and go, or they'll just come, put and go the attendance form. No, they should be there. And here already an attendance form is shared. So please take a few minutes and you can, Mataji, you can post the attendance form again. So please everyone fill the attendance form, because in Bhakti Shastri, attendance is very, very important. I'm stressing out this, very important, Bhakti Shastri classes, attendance. Because if a percentage of attendance is less, 85% of attendance should be there, and even a single percent is less or a point, you're not. Because when we give your name for certificate in the end of Bhakti Shastri course, Mayapur Institute will ask us everything: your attendance percentage, your assessment, your open book assessment, closed book assessment, shloka, everything they'll ask. We have to give them all this information. So even a %, if it's less, they won't issue the certificate. And many of them in the first batch of Bhakti Shastri, many of them were not serious, and many of them, they didn't get full attendance, and the whole Bhakti Shastri they had to repeat it again, just for that. In each module there is separate attendance. It's not like whole Bhakti Shastri is one attendance. Module wise, I'll tell you later what is module wise. Okay, module wise, your attendance will be taken out. Yeah, so in that way you should fill the attendance form. Okay, so please fill the attendance form. I'll just post it again. Just it takes 5 minutes only, small, short informations. Okay. Okay. Okay, just fill your forms. Okay, those who are filled, it's okay. Those who are not filled, fill it. Okay, and today we are putting attendance form 2-3 times because it's new for you all. But from next week, only once it will be posted. Okay, okay, only once, and it will be posted in middle of the class. So you should be attentive in the class. Not just I'll keep my mobile in one corner. I'll be somewhere busy working. No, you should be there, and you will be in discussion. I want everybody to discuss, and same people not to answer again and again. I might ask in middle, anyone. So in that way, we'll see that everybody is attentive. And whenever you have something to contribute, or want to speak something, like I am asking some question and you want to speak, raise your digital hands. Okay, raise your hands here in the Zoom, and I'll unmute, or you can unmute yourself. But see that in discipline, that you don't one second. Okay, so don't unmute unnecessarily. Okay, and then value students contribution. Each person's, not that I'll just don't only take one person's contribution. I'll take everyone's, like whoever has raised their hands, I'll take them up. And in case I have got good answers, I'll go to next. You can answer, or you can it will be always there. You can answer in the next next time. So we'll refrain from side conversation. No side conversation will happen. Okay, so strictly you should on your cameras. Okay, and we will refrain from making and receiving mobile calls. Okay, that's because the classroom etiquette, and it will disturb your class. Your concentration will be disturbed. So better is to refrain. You put your mobiles in the vibration mode. Any emergency, then yes, fine. But friendly calls, relative calls, better to avoid during the class. Okay, and it's Sunday. You can do all those calls later on. Why during the time, right? During the class time? No need. Okay, we will observe confidentially within and without the. Okay, so you should be very nice this thing. And then we will refrain from borrowing strength from status or position. I'm a son of that person. I'm this thing. I'm a big educated man, or that thing. No positions, nothing. Right? Under Krishna, everybody of us are servants. We are servants of Krishna. So we should be knowing that we are dasa anudasa, and not just like I'm that person. I'm great. No. We respect the right of the individual to withdraw without stating reasons from any exercise. We'll give you some exercises, in the sense, in middle of the class, there'll be like breakout rooms where 2-3 people will come together. Like the whole class will be divided into some parts, and you have to discuss about certain topic during the class time, like 10 minutes or something. And in case you find like I don't want to do this activity, or I'm not comfortable or something like that, then you can tell us I don't want to do, or I'm not able to, feel like I'm not comfortable or something. Naturally it won't happen, but in case you feel like that, you can tell us. Okay, we will each accept full responsibility of the success of the achieving our desired outcome. Okay, so ultimately, why have you all joined Bhakti Shastri course, right? To get Bhakti Shastri certificate, and it's very important for your second initiation. Bhakti Shastri certificate is very important, and not just for that, even to preach in ISKCON, you need this course, officially to preach. You want this Bhakti Shastri certificate, and many of them they struggle for getting this certificate. They go out. Before it was not online. They have to go to either dhams to get Bhakti Shastri certificate, and so much struggle, and now we are getting free. But we should not think, we should not make it cheap. You should have that standard of Bhakti Shastri students. I am a Bhakti Shastri student. You should have that. So we will confront issue or behavior, not people. Okay, if some behavior is there, don't directly point out that person is doing like that. No, you have some issue, come through us. Don't directly contact any of the students. Like, don't contact in the groups. Through admins, you tell us. Okay, we will each honor any agreement reached. So even Prabhupada has given some classroom norms. Okay, we'll just discuss. Just like if you enter into an education institution, if you don't surrender yourself to the rules and regulation of the institution, how can you get advantage of the knowledge imparted by that institution, right? You have admitted to some college and you don't follow. The first thing when you are filling the admission form, they ask, right? They ask something special there. In the end of the form, what do they ask? For you to sign, you and your parents or guardians to sign. What do they ask? Yes, yeah, conduct certificate, right? And you have to sign on the rules and regulations, right? Because if you don't follow the rules and regulation, what will happen? The institute will not encourage you, right? So in that way, similarly, Prabhupada is like, you have joined the ISKCON Institute, follow the rules and regulation, and get the nice grades, nice qualities should be inculcated inside us. So everywhere, okay, better some students read this. If anybody wants to read, you can raise your hand. Yes, you can raise your hand. Anybody wants to read? Yes. Yes, Prabhu, you can read.
Everywhere, wherever you want to receive something, you have to be controlled, or you have to be surrendered to the rules and regulations. If you do not follow the rules and regulations of this class, it is not possible to receive the knowledge.
Yes.
Bhagavad Gita 7.2, San Francisco.
So, Hare Krishna. So everywhere and wherever you are receiving something, so you have to be controlled, surrenders to the rules and regulation, right? The rules and regulations are made to control the students, so that without rules and regulation, nobody will, there's no value for that course. So Bhakti Shastri course, then there are some rules and regulation you need to follow. And these rules and regulations are not to, out of some hatred or something like that. It's for controlling ourselves, making us more serious in reading Prabhupada's book. Prabhupada wanted everybody to become a Brahmana. Brahmana means what? The first thing what Brahmana does. He swadhyay, he reads the scriptures, reads the Vedic scriptures, and Sattva Guna. So to be in that, some rules and regulation have to be followed, must be followed, right? And that's why we tell, before coming to Bhakti Shastri, chant 16 rounds, follow 4 regulatory principles, because it will help you in reading Prabhupada's books, help you in following them in your life. A person who is not chanting or who is not following 4 regulatory principles, even though we give him all this, that person may not be able to implement in his life, because there is no sattva guna, or there is no that capacity to implement. So you have that capacity, and because of that, some rules and regulations are given. By following them, you can receive the knowledge very easily. Easy way. Anybody can receive, but it's not possible for everyone, right? So that's what Prabhupada is telling here. So yes, this question is for you all. Why do you want to join Bhakti Shastri classes? What is the aim of your Bhakti Shastri joining? You saw the message, you saw some in the website, you joined. What did you think? Like, why should we study Bhakti Shastri? What do you hope to achieve by studying Bhakti Shastri? Yes, this should be answered. Okay, this is a group discussion now. Okay, this is open to all. You can unmute yourselves. Whatever you felt in while registering Bhakti Shastri or why you want Bhakti Shastri, you can tell it here. Yes.
Krishna Mataji, to know more about the depth of the Bhagavad Gita and to know how to get back to the Godhead.
Okay. Okay, nice. Yes. Jayata Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. By studying Bhakti Shastri, we want to be more on the spiritual platform, to know about spirituality, know more about Krishna. And though we have read a lot about Bhagavad Gita and all that, we are still we are not fully in the light. We are still in the dark. We want more light thrown on Bhagavad Gita, and by joining this class, I think I'll be I'll get a deeper knowledge and better picture.
Yes.
Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Konraj Prabhu, you want to tell?
Yes, yes, Mataji, I want to get some transformation in my spiritual path.
Okay. Yes. Tapas Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. The primary objective is that getting an in-depth knowledge, and after getting in-depth knowledge, we can spread the knowledge to others actually.
Yes. Very nice. Okay. Yes. Dattatreya Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. To know about Krishna and get bhakti, so that at the end you can get mukti.
Okay.
And also to change the lifestyle.
Okay. Yes. So, studying Bhakti Shastri is, yes, as you told, to get to know about Krishna consciousness. That's one. But more on that is, as Tapas Prabhu told, spread about Krishna consciousness. That's very important, Bhakti Shastri, right? Prabhupada has given us this book, Bhagavad Gita, so that you learn and you preach. ISKCON is a preaching moment. It's not personal or something. And he told to preach, right? So you study and you preach this to others. And to preach, you need to study. And to study, you are studying. That's why you are studying Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya. Ishopanishad, nectar of instruction, nectar of devotion, so that you can preach in a nice way. And this is very important. I think so. Prabhupada is telling here. Anybody can read. You can raise your hand. You can raise your hand. Anybody wants to read? Okay, Rajalakshmi Mataji, you can read.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Aims of Bhakti Shastri. I think you may have already heard that in January of 1970, we will be holding an examination among all of our students on this book, and those who will pass shall be awarded with the title of Bhakti Shastri. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes. So as I told Prabhupada, during his time, he was keeping Bhakti Shastri exams for all his disciples, so that they can read Prabhupada's book thoroughly and they can give examination, and whoever passes in the examination will be titled as Bhakti Shastri. Prabhupada's given here. Yes, this one, anybody wants to read? You can raise your hand. You can keep your hand raised. I'll just unmute one by one. Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Should I read?
Yeah, yes, Mataji.
Aims of Bhakti Shastri. With these examinations, I wish to encourage all my disciples to very carefully learn this philosophy of because there are so many preachers required to bring this message to all of the corners of the.
Yes. Hare Krishna. Okay, so thank you, ma'am. Okay, so here, that's what Prabhupada is telling here. To preach. Preach. Prabhupada wants everybody of us on the earth to preach everyone. how did this ISKCON movement, was born, and how did it spread so much? Was it some miracle happened? Some jadoo happened day night? No, everybody gave their life for preaching Krishna consciousness. You see so many Maharats now, so many of them. It didn't happen in one night or something like that. No, they preached and still they are preaching. And to assist, to please Prabhupada, you should preach Krishna consciousness. And that's the essence of Bhagavad Gita. That's the essence of Bhakti Shastri. Okay? Yes, Jayata Mataji.
Aims of Bhakti Shastri. After the student studies the Vedas under the master for some time, at least from age 5 to 20, he may become a man of perfect character. Study of the Vedas is not meant for the recreation of armchair speculators, but for the formation of character. Bhagavad Gita 8.28 purpose.
So Prabhupada is telling here. So Prabhupada is telling here, you should read the Vedas properly. And what is Bhagavad Gita? What does Gita Mahatmya tell? So Gita Mahatmya tells that all the Vedas are like cows, and the milk of that Veda, that means the essence of all the Vedas is Bhagavad Gita, right? That's what it is telling. And Prabhupada is telling, study of Vedas is not meant for recreation of armchair speculators. We are not here to speculate on what Prabhupada is. There is a lot of difference. You're studying Prabhupada's book and they're speculating. Oh, this Prabhupada has told like this, why he's told. No, we are not here to speculate things. We are here to read Prabhupada's book as it is and to understand it. The formation of character, Prabhupada tells. So values in Bhakti Shastras to help students to understand and appreciate the mood and mission of Prabhupada and understand that about Krishna consciousness, right? Understanding within the ISKCON society. So as I said, there is mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada we need to understand, and there is preaching application, there is personal application, and application to the ISKCON society. How you're contributing yourself in the ISKCON society, that means Krishna conscious society. Okay, so as I said, assessment, open book assessment, closed book assessment, and there's memorization of verses, that's shloka recitation, and attendance at temple programs. Okay, so now we'll just discuss, we'll take some few minutes understanding this, very important in your course. Okay, so open book assessment takes 65%. Now what is open book assessment? Open book assessment is a essay writing, in the sense you open the Bhagavad Gita, you will be given a question, like you will be given 4 or 5 questions, and out of those questions, you need to answer some of them. And these questions are kind of thematic questions, like after 2 chapters, right? Bhagavad Gita is 18 chapters, and there are 3 modules. In the sense, Bhagavad Gita is divided into 3 modules. What is it? First 6 chapters, middle 6 chapters, and last 6 chapters. You divide 18 into 3, it comes 6 and 6 and 6, right? So first 6 chapters, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Jnana Yoga. So first 6 chapters are module 1, unit 1. And in that 6 chapters, there are 2 open book assignments given to you. When first 2 chapters are completed, chapter 1 and chapter 2, you will be given 1 open book assignment. Open book assessment is that you have to open your Bhagavad Gita book, read the question given to you, and find out the answers. And it is essay type question, 2 pages at least. I'll tell you how many pages you have to write in the next class, but you have to write the essay type answers in a proper format. I'll tell you in the next class how you need to write. Next class we have that all informations, so I'll tell there how to write open book assessment. I'll show you. Okay, not just whatever comes to my mind I'll write. You should have all the pointers and everything. You should write it neatly, and it's very easy. Once you understand the concept, how to write, it's very easy. Need not bother much about it. But it takes 65% of your Bhakti Shastri marks. If Bhakti Shastri is 100%, 65% is open book assessment. And then comes closed book assessment, where you will be given some questions, small answers you have to write without seeing the book. That means it's like an examination. What happens in the exam hall? It's an online examination, and you should handwrite it, handwritten, no typing, because we have seen that when people type, they copy paste from database, and it's very easy for us to identify whether you have copied or not. All teachers have that technique. So here, if you copy and paste, we'll come to know. So better you have to handwrite and upload it to us, and that too will make you understand how to do that, and it will take only 20%. Many a times we see people doing ulta. They give more importance to closed book. Oh, closed book, I cannot see anything, I have to write. No, give more importance to open book assessment, essay writing, give more importance to that. I'm telling you, because it contains large amount of your marks in that. And one module will have 2 open book assessment, 1 closed book. In the end of 6 chapters, we will have 1 small closed book assessment, which is just 20% of your whole this thing. Okay. Then comes memorization of verses, and it's very easy to memorize verses with small techniques. I'll tell you how to memorize. It's very easy. Sometimes we feel, I don't know Sanskrit, how will I memorize so many shlokas? No, it's very easy. Once you understand the meaning of the verse, it's very easy to tell in the Sanskrit. I'll tell you how to do that, and it's very easy for you. So it will just contain 10 marks. Just 10%, not 10 marks, sorry. 10% of your Bhakti Shastri marks, verses. Bhagavad Gita, initially it's more verses, but as it goes to the end, there are very small verses and very less verses. Now anybody can tell me why Sanskrit verses are important, why we have to chant those verses in Bhakti Shastri. Why are we giving that importance also? We can cut down it. No, I don't need all this Sanskrit verses. I can skip it. Why it is added here? Why are we counting it in the marks list? What does shloka makes?
Mataji, it actually adds a lot of value when we are preaching to others. So
How adds value?
I mean, it will show to them as if we are more authentic. We actually know the actual verse, and then we are explaining the meaning of that.
Yes, the authenticity, right? You have that other. If I come to you, you are very new. Is Tapas Prabhu, you want to add?
Yeah, just one point. This is leading by example. That means what I mean preaching, actually, I know that in depth. So the others will believe us. Otherwise, it will show that we are speaking from something else. So
Yes.
it will make ourselves more worthy, as a worthy. People will listen to us.
Yes. So yes, here, yes, Rishabh Prabhuji.
When we recite the slokas, it gives a positive vibration to the person and to us also.
Okay. But what is the importance in the preaching application? Any importance in preaching when you're preaching?
It shows that we have a depth knowledge.
Yes. So I'm coming to you. You don't know anything about Krishna consciousness, and I'll tell Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Believe. Will you believe just like that? No, nobody will tell. There are so many people, many of them, at least in this age, many of them, they come to fool you. And in this age, if you come and tell Krishna is supreme, we'll think he is also going to fool me. And to give that authenticity, you have to quote some shlokas. You have seen, how many of you have heard Prabhupada lectures? How many of you heard? If you hear Prabhupada's lecture, is he just going on telling, or is he quoting some shlokas? What is he doing? Is he quoting some shlokas?
Yes, Mataji, he
Yes.
frequently
And
quotes.
Prabhupada tells one who's preacher of Bhakti Shastri, Bhagavad Gita, he should at least know 30 Bhagavad Gita shlokas. Prabhupada tells that in one of his lecture. At least you should know 30 Bhagavad Gita shlokas. And so that you can become nice, and you have seen the devotees who are convincing outsiders, they're convincing. You might have seen some in YouTube, some great preachers in ISKCON, how they are convincing. They are not speaking some random thing. They're quoting the shlokas, and they're convincing people, general public. And you will feel that authenticity, and also for your purification also, you're reciting those shlokas. Krishna tells Krishna is the supreme, nobody is above him, nobody will believe. But if you quote mattha parataram na anyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai prokta mai sarvamidam prokta sutre manigana, Krishna says like that. They're astonished to hear, because it's so nice when you quote shlokas, and Prabhupada himself used to quote so many shlokas from Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, so that it becomes easy for you to understand. Not much the difficulty in understanding or reciting the shlokas. You naturally, it's not something rocket science to understand shlokas. The best is when you're chanting your rounds, 16 rounds. In middle of your rounds, take a small break, because when you're chanting, especially in the morning, your brain is very active. And in middle of your chanting, take a small break. And you should have a small notebook where you write all those important shlokas. Better write. Many of them, they take a screenshot and they cram. No, you write. What is the benefit of writing the shlokas? You yourself will recite while you're writing. And that's what, when we were kids, you remember copywriting, teachers used to give. For what? When you're writing, you will remember it more. Before it was mastak, now pustak. Start writing. And when you write, you remember it more. So start having a small notebook where all the important verses you write. And not just Bhakti Shastri verses. When you hear some lecture from senior Vaishnavas, they'll also quote some verses. Start writing it. And in middle of your chanting, just open that notebook. Better not to have in a mobile, because mobile is distraction. You in chanting, I'll see the verse, and suddenly their WhatsApp, Instagram, YouTube, everything will pop up. So better is that you have a notebook while you're chanting. You open that notebook, tell that 2-3 times, then try to close your eyes and tell that verse. And slowly, if you do this daily, you will by heart those shlokas. And not just shlokas, you will understand the knowledge, or you understand the meaning of that also. A simple example, how to write in a notebook, I'll just tell it now. For example, a simple shloka like Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yo Me Bhaktya Prayachati Tadaham Bhakti Uparatam Ashnami Prayatatmanaha. Krishna tells that. Okay? And in the 8th chapter he tells that. So write Patram, leaf, Pushpam, flower, Toyam, water. So you write it. When you write a verse, leave a line below. Okay? And below what you have to write? You have to write the meaning of that individual verse, the individual shloka. Okay? You have to write that. Patram means this, Phalam means. What happens when you read again that verse? You will see the meaning and it will grasp inside your head so fast. When you read with the meaning, it's easy for you. Okay? So shloka memorization is not difficult. I'm telling you now itself, it's not difficult. And you will have options also in shloka recitation. So don't get scared of shloka recitation or memorization of verses. And attendance at temple program, that means there's something called sadhana sheet. Okay, your admins will post it in the group regularly. Weekly sadhana sheet will be given to you. What you have done in a week, you have to fill it up in that Google form. And that will be 5 marks. Don't sometimes we give more academic thing and we forget our sadhana, we forget all of that. No, you have to fill the sadhana sheet weekly. Don't forget it. What happens? We forget sadhana sheet and your marks is gone. 5% of your Bhakti Shastri is gone. Because first of all, here you don't know how much you will get. But again, at least your sadhana sheet, you will get at least 5%, of that. And class preparations. That means your attendance, as I said, very important. Punctuality, not just I come and then in middle I disappear and again in the last I'll come. We'll have a watch on you. Okay. And general attitude, how you are answering, how much you are active. One devotee was there, okay, in previous Bhakti Shastri classes which we used to attend and everything. And that person used to write open book, closed book, memorization very nicely, very, very well. And even, sadhana sheet, 16 rounds, everything was nice. But general attitude and punctuality and attendance form was not filled by that devotee, and we could not pass, even though 65% more than that he got in open book, closed book, everything. But that devotee had to do everything again. That one module he didn't do that. He didn't fill the attendance form. He was little neglectful at the end of the course. And what happened? He had to do that again. He had to wait till the end. And that's what. And sometimes devotees, they give more importance to closed book. Closed book, he got full out of full. But open book, no, not passed. 45% or something he got. So don't neglect any part of this. It's very important. Okay. So preparation. So this is reading assignment. Okay, that will be given to you. Bhagavad Gita. This is next week when you come. What is the next week date? 21st. Okay, 21st Sunday when you come at 11 a.m. You should be ready reading. You should, this 1 week, you sit, read the setting of the scene. If you Bhagavad Gita, you have seen from the first page, you start reading preface and chapter 1.1 to 22 shlokas with purpose. Please read and come. Okay, please read it and come, because I don't want here to ask something and everybody is pin drop silent. No, there should be discussion. When there is discussion, there will be a lot of fun. Here, like level 1, I'm teaching, you're just silent, sitting. There's no fun, and without fun, we can't really concentrate on everything. There should be some interactive, some discussion, and there'll be breakout rooms where you will be given some devotees and you have to discuss. And to discuss, you should know the subject matter. Okay, so here we understood, shared with each other what is the what you will achieve after getting Bhakti Shastri. What is the use of studying Bhakti Shastri? We discussed that. And maintain the classroom norms, we discussed. And we discussed the aim of the course in terms of knowledge, skill, value, and discuss the benefit of achieving the aim of Bhakti Shastri. So after achieving Bhakti Shastri, what you're going to get? So that we have discussed. And ISKCON in general, how will you get any benefit from there? And we've done overview of the course, units and contents, and familiarized ourselves with the assessment and procedures. As I told, all the assessment I have explained to you. Discuss the importance of Bhakti Shastri assessment. So here Prabhupada is telling, I'm very much stressing at this point that my students shall be very conversant with the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, and that they should read our book very diligently, at least 1 or 2 hours daily. So Prabhupada is asking how many hours to read? 2 hours. How many of you are ready to read 2 hours? Promising Prabhupada. So at least start how much? Half an hour daily. Okay. Please read half an hour daily Prabhupada's book, especially Bhagavad Gita. Or else I'll tell you, it's difficult for you. When it's open book, we might feel, open book I can see and answer. No. You will be given 2 chapters to answer together in one question. How much big is the second chapter, right? And how will you know which is what when you never read that book? So if you read, you will at least come to know in which part this question is applied to. You will be able to understand. Or else it's very difficult. You will keep on searching the pages. Where is the answer? Where is the answer? And that's not the way to even study. You read, you come prepared to the class. Okay? And that's how you will pass. It's very easy only if you read. God helps them who helps themselves. So first read yourself, you come prepared, and it's all easy for you. Okay? Try to understand the subject matter and from various angles. Anybody has any doubts in this whole explanation what I have given? Any doubts or anything you want to add or you want to tell something? Yes, you all understood the assessment procedure, right? You all understood that?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so before this, so I want to see all of your faces, beautiful faces. So you can all on your videos. Please on your videos at least at the end of your classes. Yes, please on and keep your videos on. It's not this thing, It's very nice if I see you. Okay, Shraddha Mataji is like this. I'm seeing you. You'll be also feel happy, I'm also part of this class. Yes, Tapas Prabhuji is here. Yes, Sahili Mataji, Bindu Mataji. So when I see you, you'll also feel okay. There is some connection with us, or else it's very difficult. Blank screen. I can't see anyone, right? So it's always good. So anybody has any doubts, comments, or something to add, you can add up. So how are you feeling after hearing all of this? Are you feeling scared? Are you feeling happy? Are you feeling confused, or what is happening?
Very good class, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Now you're not scared after hearing closed book, open book assignment, right?
Yes. Very scared. Like what will be the next?
Don't get scared. See, we don't know how many of will end up till the end, but at least you try. When you try, Krishna will help. We all passed. For us, it took like 2.5 years because initial we were all initials and took a lot of time. Online course, it's not easy to set up. First of all, offline somehow we can set up. Online it's difficult, and now it's very easy. If you see, it's very easy, and there are so many Bhakti Shastris already done, and they can help us. You feel something. I'm not able to do that. I'm not able to understand this. We are all there. We have gone through that, and we are all here to help you all. So don't get scared or get depressed or something like that. When something happens, tell us. Tell our admins. Tell us, and we'll help you out. Okay. Yes, Hare Krishna. And those one, I hope everybody is chanting and everything because we have filtered out everything. So after filtering out, we have got these many. Okay. So yes, Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna,
Pranam,
Mataji.
Mataji.
So
Thank you
next
so
week,
much, Mataji, for the class.
please read it and come. Okay. It will be very easy if you
Okay,
read and come.
Mataji.
Thank you,
Yes,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna,
Mataji.
Mataji.
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो अनन्तकोटिवैष्णवी की जय। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय।
Jai.
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Mataji.